Hi, welcome back to class. Okay, so in this session, what we have done is we have folded our fabric into two, all right, and we want to cut the high-low method of flare. Okay, so I folded into two. The length of the child, I want to use the length 8 for the front and 20 for the back. The child's waist is 20, all right, and what I'll be doing is 20 divided by 6.28. 6.28 is the standard measurement we use in dividing the flare, all right. So I would say 20 divided by 6.28, and it will give me 3.1 something. I'll just approximate this. I might have excesses, so I'll just do instead of 3.2, I'll just do 3.5 for whatever excesses I'm going to get, all right. So what I have for the waist is 3.5. What I'll be using is 3.5, all right. 3.5 plus 8 for the front is going to give me 8, 9, 10, 11, 11.5. So I'm just going to, from this hem here, I'm going to mark where 11.5 is. All right, that would be my center. So let me just add one, like ½ inch, because I'm going to be using crinoline to turn it. So let's say 12, okay? And then I'll mark 12 there. And then from this 12 here, I will just go all around marking our 3.5. Remember, 3.5 is the waist radius, okay? So I'm just going to mark 3.5. I'll be going in a half circle. By the time we open it, you will see what it will look like. 3.5. 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. Okay, so I have 3.5 all the way like so, and then from here to this point is going to give me 8.5. The reason I have that half is because I'm going to be using ½ inch to turn, and then the remaining I'm going to be using for joining. Okay, so and then I'm just going to measure 20.5. remember our sewing allowance, so I'm just going to mark 20.5 there, and then mark what we have. The whole of it is 24 from this point. From the waist here, I marked where my 20 is. All right, and then I take it back to the center of our half circle, and then I'm just going to mark 24. Okay, I'll be marking 24, 24. I'll mark 24. So I'm going to mark 24 for a while, and then while I'm coming forward, I'll be reducing my measurement. Okay, so this is 24. As I'm coming towards the center, I will be marking 23.5. All right, 23.5. I'll mark 23. And then I will mark 22.5. And then I will mark 22. And I will mark 21.5. Okay. And then remember, here is 12, that's 8.5 for our regular length. Okay, so this is 12. I'm going to still mark 12 here because I want that 12 to run through the front for a while. Okay, so I'm going to still mark 12. And then as I begin to come, because I want to connect it to this point here, as I begin to come down, I'll be increasing my measurement. So 12.5, remember we had 12 all the way to this point. 12.5, I'll mark 13. And then I'll mark 14 or 13.5. And then I'll mark 14. As I come down, I increase my hand. Okay, so I'm going to be connecting all the way back. And a half, 17. So I noticed that when I was coming here, it was going away. So I just continued from this point here. So we have 16 here. And then we have 15. So making it a bit lower than what we had earlier. Okay, so we have 14. And then we'll connect it. We have our 13 and a half. Okay. And then we have our 12 and a half. Okay. So what I did, let me go over again. So remember how we got this half waistline here is our waist measurement divided by 6.28. Okay, 6.28 divided by, sorry, 20 was the waist measurement, divided by 6.28 gave me 3.1 and plenty things. So I just did 3.5 instead. Okay, and our front length is 8. So I added 8 plus 3.5 and it gave me 11.5, and I marked where that is. I just added ½ inch to give me 12. So from this point is our midpoint. From that point, I marked our 3.5 all the way around here. Okay, once I had done that, I marked from this point to give me my front length, and then from this point to where this is to give me my back length. Remember, we're doing high-low, all right? They are not the same. So once I've done that, I start marking it. So I take the total measurement I got from this point to this point, which was 12, and then I marked 12 all to a particular point here, all right? And then I began to increase. So 12, 12, 12 and a half, 13, 14, and 13 and a half, 14, 14 and a half, all the way, all right? And then I do the same thing for the back. So from here to here gave me 24. I marked 24 for a while, and then I began to deduct 5 inch until I was able to connect it to the front. Okay, so that's how the easy way I use in cutting my high-low. All right, there are other methods to cutting it, but you know, as you make outfits for your clients, you always look out for easier ways to deliver quick jobs to your clients that comes out also very nice. Okay, so that's what we have. So we have our waistline and we have our hemline around here. Okay, and then what you can also do is, if you look at it and you're not liking the flow, you can also arrange it in a way that the flow comes out smooth and nice. All right, so I'm just going to cut this, all right, on my satin, and that will be it. We'll add the next step, will be shown in the next video. Thank you. Cut out the high-low. So this is our front here, this is our front here, and this is our back. So what I did was to open it up at the center back. All right, so we'll just go and use crinoline and finish up at the hemline.